My name is David Beard. I'm a fourth-year dental student here. I'm also in the admissions committee and past vice president of ASTA. What brought me to Columbia? In one word, the people. Simply just the people. I had gone on a couple tours at different schools, and there's a feeling you get when it's the right one. And Columbia definitely gave me that feeling, just the way that the students were interacting with the faculty, the way that the faculty were interacting with the students, how open and engaged everyone was. People really seemed to really enjoy it here, and I felt like this was it. This was the one. Why dentistry? Well, originally I didn't. Originally I wanted to go into medicine. I actually got in trouble in high school. It was prom night and everyone else didn't have a curfew, but I did. So I decided to not listen to my parents, to not call them, to not text them. I stayed out until 5 in the morning. And when I got back home, my parents were very much past the stage of anger, I'll say. They had decided that I was going to spend the summer working in my dad's dental office. And before then, I had seen dentistry only from my father's perspective. I'd never really been in the office working. And once I got into the office and I was working, I realized what an amazing profession this is. I knew that I had to work with people and work with my hands. And that's why I leaned towards medicine and the sciences. But once I discovered dentistry, it took off from there. After high school, I was looking for a job. I was already working as a host at a restaurant, but my father had a practice and he wanted me to really see dentistry. Once I stepped foot in the door, it just made sense. I had to work with people, I had to work with my hands, and dentistry offered both. I believe that dental medicine is truly a marriage between dentistry and medicine. Dentistry was the first specialization of medicine, and we very much hold dear to that here. So we learn how to speak with physicians. We learn what physicians are saying back to us, which really helps us integrate oral health into overall health, which is really what I feel is the mission here. Well, my first day in clinic, we sat down on our bench tops and the professor said, do a crown prep. And no one had any idea how to do a crown prep. They've since removed that from the requirement list as a first day thing. But it was really a learning experience as far as how far we had to go in understanding dentistry. Working with the drill and figuring out all the little nooks and crannies of how you should be cutting a tooth. It was very challenging, but very rewarding too. So last week I was charged with fixing a previously made denture. The denture didn't fit very well for the patient and he was sort of upset. The gentleman was homeless, so he was very hard to reach and make contact with. He missed 2 appointments and I knew that he stayed in the armory across the street. So I went down to the armory, inside of the armory, and tried to find him. Turns out he was in the hospital. So I went to his hospital room and gave him his denture. And when I walked in, he was just elated to see me, absolutely elated. He had given up hope that he would ever get teeth. So that was really nice to be able to do. After residency, I see myself going into private practice. The question is where? Either here or back home to work with my father. I hear father-son practices do so well. Yeah. Thanks, Dad.
That's fantastic.
All right.